Hello guys, welcome back to A Minute with Oz, and on today's video it's a come and cook with me. So funnily enough, since I was a young girl, I've always loved cooking. I was fascinated by cooking, although I should say I grew up with a lot of help around me, especially back home. We had a helper, and I had, feel of my aunties who lived with us. So they kind of did most of the cooking, but it was always so fascinating to see how they just made this wonderful dishes and they were just so good. So that's when I had the desire to start cooking. I'm not really a pro, like a professional, but I do come up with some tasty dishes at times, and my family do appreciate it when I do cook. So yeah, so this is me just prepping the chicken. As you can see, as you're gonna see, this meal actually is not anything fancy, but it's just a nice meal to have during the week. Something quick, something fresh, healthy to some level. But filling. So yeah, interestingly, as I relocated to the UK, I discovered that a lot of people here, they do prep meals, or they, cook and then they have, those meals during the week that they would have frozen. It was quite interesting for me because I always grew up with each and every single day having freshly made meals. Now, I know to some people it's like, where do you get the time? But for us, it's like the same way that you find time to go to work or go to the gym or do other things that you love. We would always find time to make a freshly made meal. For me, when I first started cooking, I wasn't a fan of that because as an African girl, obviously I had to help my mom to do and take responsibility of the cooking and stuff. And I wasn't really a big fan of cooking every day. Like I would drag of like, oh no, today I have to cook or something like that. But as I've gotten older, I have appreciated it, and I actually look forward to cooking. And there is something about cooking that's quite relaxing, and the fact that you just prepare something in your mind and then you see it coming, into to fruition. I mean, for me, I'm one of those people that I make my own recipes as I go. Obviously, at times my meals didn't turn out quite right. They didn't always taste nice. But just the whole thing with just being adventurous with food, it was exciting because I got to learn that this flavor and that flavor go together. For example, I'm sure we all know the combination of onion and garlic. Oh my goodness, it's so divine, especially when you chop your onions and you put them and you fry them with garlic together in freshly hot oil. The scent, it just fills the house, it fills the room, and it's so divine. It's so beautiful. But yeah, but like I was saying, with time I've appreciated cooking, and I do look forward to it. Funnily enough, I have a younger brother who is not too far off from me. We are only a few years apart, and as my brother has grown up, he still is growing. But as has grown up, he has also sort of gotten into cooking, and he is amazing. Sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, like how did it come up with such a good recipe? And it's amazing and it's so fascinating. And I love it when, we get the time as a family to eat together. It always is a blessing. It saddens me sometimes that there actually are families out there that can't stand each other. They cannot even look into each other's eyes, and yet alone share or have a meal. It's very sad. But I think it's a blessing when you're able to just be there and be merry with your family. There is joy in just spending time with your loved ones, sharing those stories, sharing how your day went, and all of that. I should be real, to be honest, because I remember growing up when I was much younger. I didn't like the whole sitting on the table or eating together. I always wanted to have my meal, quickly go back upstairs in my room, or go and do whatever that I was doing. But with time, I'm realizing the beauty in just being together as a family, laughing and just being aware from everything else out there. You know, my dad would always say, you're always close to the people that are far, but not close to the people near you. And to be honest, it took me some time to really figure out what was it trying to say. How can I be close to people who are far away and not be close to my family that I see all the time? But what he was saying is that sometimes as human beings, we make, especially in our generation of social media and all of that, we always make an effort to connect with people that are miles and miles away on our phones, but forgetting the people that are next to us. How sad is that? The fact that you are always in connection with someone that's miles away. Yes, it's beautiful that we can connect with people that are miles away, but it shouldn't take from us. It shouldn't take from us enjoying and just having that bonding time with the people that are right in front of us. Because sooner or later they will be gone, and let's not the only memories that we have is of that quick selfie that we took. Let it be true memories of conversations, things that you did, outings, holidays, meals, or even just a cup of coffee, you know, that you would have and talk about the stories and share wisdom, share experiences, share those low times, whatever it is that you're going through as human being, and encouraging each other. How beautiful is that? Anyways, back to the cooking for a bit. I love this part. Usually I just love when your chicken is browning, and usually what I do, I'm so naughty, I usually take a slice or a piece, should I say, not a slice, and have a taste. My mom, she always like, Audrey, you don't do that. Funny thing is that I've also caught my mom doing that as well. So I guess like mother like daughter. Sorry, mom. But you see how small things like that can bring a family together. It's amazing. A family's blessing from God. I truly believe it. And if you have your loved ones near you, and maybe you don't necessarily, have a meal together or do all that time, that bonding time, be the first one to initiate it. You'd be surprised how your other people, your other members in your family, they actually do want that. But it's just that people, they just like, oh, this is our culture, this is what we've always done, we never sit together, and so we're just gonna keep it that way. Be the first one to say, guys, what do you think about us going out for a movie, going out for a walk at the park, going out for, just, I don't know, a drive? It always is good. It always is good. But yeah, as you can see, I'm clearing up. I always try to clear up before I start dishing out the food, because I find it that way it's so much easier. You have clear surfaces, most of the dishes are out, and you can eat in peace. I don't like the fact that after eating a nice meal, and then I have a heap of dishes waiting for me. It always annoys me. But yeah, this is the meal done. I hope you guys enjoyed this cooking with me. Take care, and please don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. God bless. Bye.